Healthy boundaries as a business owner is so key to designing your life and creating the life you want. You're not controlled by what other people say, by what other projects come in, by what notifications happen. And many of us are subject to all of these things happening around us. Healthy boundaries, developing that and saying, no, I am going to do this at this time and this at this time. I can't do that here. I can do that there. And being willing to say no without feeling guilty is so key to you being able to create the kind of business that you want. If you're somebody that doesn't feel like you can say no in a healthy way, then we have to develop boundaries. Oftentimes this comes in from this unhealthy belief that we have to help do everything that everybody else wants and serve other people and put ourselves at the bottom of the list. Self-care and taking care of yourself, prioritizing yourself and making yourself a priority are going to be key for you to build the kind of business that you want. You're not selfish for doing this. And this is a big thing that I hear a lot of people say, well, am I selfish if I build my business and neglect, quote unquote, neglect other things that I'm doing? No, you're not. And it's just prioritizing. I'm not going to answer a phone call or a meeting request from somebody that came in 5 minutes. They can talk to me later in the day. And by prioritizing my life, by having boundaries specifically, and then you essentially are training people how they can work with you. Boundaries are all about you making sure that you're designing your life. If you've been living your life boundaryless, then you've trained everybody else around you that you have no boundaries. As soon as you go and start to set the boundaries, people are going to get upset. They're going to feel put down. They're going to feel neglected because you've taught them that you have no boundaries. You've taught them that you don't matter and they matter more than you. And so as long as you've taught everybody in your life this, yes, they are going to get upset when you start to set boundaries, but stick with it. Stick with those boundaries. Stick with saying no without feeling guilty. The more you do this, people will start to get used to it. People will drop out of your life. They will disappear. By the way, that's a good thing in that, because those people were only using you for the utility of what they got out of you, not actually wanting to spend time with you. And so, yes, we make it a priority what's important to us. My family, people immediately around me, my clients are a priority, but my business that I'm building is a top priority even over those clients that I work with. And so instead of just going at the whim or the thoughts that come in and being subject to sway back and forth based on what other people think that I should be doing throughout the day, I design my life based on how I want to live it and do those things that I choose to do, not what other people are choosing for me. And this is ultimately what you need to do as a business owner, is start designing your life based on what you are choosing every single day. Setting healthy boundaries is a big key to that. The book Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and John Townsend it's an extremely powerful book. It's an amazing book that will help you. I've listened to it twice, and it helped me design my life. Over the last year, that one book has been one of the biggest things that has impacted me in a positive way, as well as the Boundaries.me membership that Dr. Cloud has incredible content on it. When you learn that boundaries aren't selfish, boundaries aren't abusive, boundaries aren't a tool to control other people, by the way. Those are called unhealthy boundaries. We're talking about healthy boundaries here. They're not used to control others. They're all about self-control. It's all about I'm choosing the life that I want, controlling myself, and other people can operate outside of me however they choose to as well. It's about acceptance. It's about accepting what we can't control and controlling what we can, which is ultimately just ourselves. As soon as you get that, as soon as you understand that, you can design your life in a way with boundaries that's profitable, that has healthy relationships, that lets you get a whole lot more done. And ultimately, here's something powerful. You'll be able to actually help more people. you'll be able to actually help serve more people with healthy boundaries than without, because you're not responding in an emergency type way. You're not responding to everything as it comes at you. You're organizing your life to be most effective in all of those ways. So no, Joan, I can't help you on Tuesday, but I can on Wednesday, because that's the life that I've decided. If she gets upset, that's her responsibility, not yours. And so you being able to craft and create and design and put your life together in the way that best serves you, that will help take you to the next level to be able to generate income, revenue, come up with ideas. We're not operating in fight or flight. We're not operating out of lack, out of a lack of energy. We're operating as a powerful person who can powerfully choose, design, and create the life that we want. It starts with ownership. It starts with taking ownership over your choices, the ways that you interact with other people, and what you choose to say yes and no to every single day. And so, again, I highly recommend that book, Boundaries. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description here. It's going to help you a whole lot if you've never read it before. Boundaries are key. You need to start to develop those in your life, to change your life, to shift things, to adjust things, to move things forward.